Hi guys, welcome to RiciP-FC, and in this video I'm going to go over my lineups for the new draft leagues that they've introduced, that SoRare have introduced, and the new capped modes that they've introduced, as well as other new leagues. I'm going to go over the blog that details all of the prize allocation and give my thoughts on it, and hopefully you guys can give me your thoughts in the comments as well, because it's quite interesting. I'm still not sure how I feel about it yet. I feel like it could be positive, but I'll give you my thoughts. And I'm also going to go over my lineups that I've entered into this game week, which is 3-4-2. Oh guys, oh god. Okay guys, let's get into it. So I couldn't give you a lineup builder where I was actually showing you me picking them like I usually do, just because I've been really busy with work recently. So I entered my lineups and I thought I'll show them you retrospectively, and you guys can show me yours as well. I'm also going to do a giveaway. I'll tell you what you need to do this video, and next video we'll give away a card based on who wins. So for the Bundesliga Amateur, which is one of the new drafts after they've done the draft beta, which was enjoyable, I've gone with this team. Marvin Schwab, who I picked in the draft beta because he's cheap, but he's a starter for Köln. Köln recently won 7-1 as well. So hopefully they're in some good form. So I've picked Schwab because he was only 40 points, and they've got Schalke, who are at the bottom of the league, and they've conceded the most and scored the least. So that means I'm getting a really cheap goalkeeper with a very good fixture. Then I've gone with the two all-round beasts, Dayot Upamecano and Joshua Kimmich, for obvious reasons. Even though they've got a tougher game against Eintracht Frankfurt, and they haven't been their blistering selves, Bayern Munich, recently, coming after the World Cup with a few draws and a few struggles. Even when they lose or draw, these guys just put in amazing scores anyway, so they're kind of point proof in a way. And then two guys in really good form, Werner back from injury. They're playing Stuttgart. Stuttgart have started a lot better. I think they got a 1-1 draw the other day against Bayern, which is impressive. But Leipzig are in really good form, scoring a lot of goals. And Andre Silva and Werner have been a dynamic duo up top for Leipzig. So that's my picks. That's all my points dues, all 400 points. And I'm very happy. By going cheaper with the goalkeeper, my outfield players are beast in my opinion. The prize pools, as you can see, top 200, first gets a star, and then the other rewards are allocated to all the rest of the people. Cool, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. So French, this is exactly what I predicted in my 2023 predictions video, that they would release some sort of common experience for every league, so people who are new and have been onboarded from the Global Cup can get into the game more. So that's what they've done. This lineup, I've gone for the French League Amateur, Donnarumma, who was on the pricier side, but not the priciest of goalkeepers, interestingly. But PSG haven't been keeping too many clean sheets recently either, and they've got Stade de Reims. I went Spanish there for a second. Stade de Reims. And then Alexander Djiku, who plays for Strasbourg. They're playing Toulouse. He was on the pricier side because he's got a good all-round game. Now, I like Nantes. I've got a few Nantes players, and a guy who's in good form is Blas. It says midfielder, but a lot of the time he plays up front as well. He's been playing as a striker, and they're playing Clermont. Someone who's beast in this league at the moment since he left Arsenal is Alexander Lacazette for Lyon, and they're playing, I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm just going to say AC. I don't want to embarrass myself. And another player in good form, Lille are doing pretty good. I think they're about 4th or 5th in the league. Lille are playing Nice, who are mid-table, and Jonathan David has been playing very well. Again, top 200 for the prize pool. It's the same in all of these amateur leagues. Next, if we go down to here, come on, SoRare, show me more teams. What's going on? Well, brilliant. I can't actually show you the rest of the teams. Let me just refresh it and see if it'll open them. Because I entered a Serie A team. There we go. Strange. So we'll go Serie A, since as I just mentioned it. Serie A, I've gone with Mere. Napoli are top of the league by a fair bit. They're playing Roma though, so that is going to be a harder fixture for them. But Napoli are in great form. I've gone with Hey Sage. I don't know how to pronounce that, guys. If someone can let me know, maybe spell it phonetically in the comments for me. For Lazio, he's a wing back for Lazio. They're playing Fiorentina. Then I've gone with my two boys who I own personally, Tonali and Leao. They're playing Sassuolo. AC Milan aren't having as good a season this season. They've just took a few losses. I'm hoping that they pick up in form, but these guys have still been in very good form with the goals and the assists. And then I've gone with Kvaratskhelia, I can't say it, for Napoli, who is just drawing attention from all over Europe. He's been incredible, and I think he's got a goal in him, so I've captained him. And that's my Serie A. Again, all 400 points used in all of these. The cheaper option in that one was the Lazio wingback. So I was able to go cheap with him, even though he's a starter, and then fit these guys in around him. La Liga, I've gone with Oblak, Pau Torres, Pedri, Fati, and Valverde. So, Fati was quite cheap considering. Lewandowski's had some yellow and red cards, so Fati's been playing as striker. And he's been starting games. Even if he doesn't start, he's a massive threat, and he's been playing well this season. Oblak in net for Osasuna was also against Osasuna was also cheap compared to a lot of the other goalkeepers, and Atletico Madrid are doing good. Pau Torres was slightly pricier, but he's got a good all-round game, and they're playing Rayo Vallecano at home, so I think he will get a good score. Pedri, as captain, has been doing very well this season. He was on the pricier side in terms of points. They're playing Girona, and he's been chipping in with a lot of goals and assists. And then finally, Valverde. They've got a tough fixture against Real Sociedad, but I thought I'd take the hit with a tough fixture and keep Valverde moving forward and won't do any swaps with him. So yeah, that is all my amateur ones, guys. Let's quickly talk you through a couple of these. I don't really do lineup builders, but people have been asking me to do some, so I'm sticking them in. Hopefully you're enjoying them. Stick around to the end of the video where I'll tell you how you can enter the competition to win a card and what card it's going to be. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, otherwise you won't be entered into the competitions. So, for my Champion Europe, I've gone with Castells. Castells, they're playing Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen have not done good since they've come back. They've been losing games and they've been conceding a lot of goals. Wolfsburg have been doing good, scoring a lot of goals. Castells even got an assist in his last game. I think he's put in 2 80-plus scores in his last 2 games. So, I had to get Castells because Rulli moved to Ajax. He was my Champion Europe goalkeeper. He's now a Challenger Europe goalkeeper. Then I've gone with the AC Milan boys against Sassuolo. Tomori, Tonali, Leao. Tomori, since the World Cup, has not come back in the best of form. He's not been hitting the usual all-round high scores that we see, but I hope that he does this week. Then I've gone with Julian Brandt. Dortmund are playing Bayer Leverkusen away, which is a tough game. Again, Dortmund haven't been great. They've been getting by. I think they won the last game, but it's been a struggle for them. They just don't seem to have that electric squad that they had before. Hopefully, now Haller's back, bless him, from his testicular cancer treatment. He hit some good form for them. But Julian Brandt, he's been playing at camp for them, starts every game. He's been getting goals and assists. I think he's still capable of getting something in that game. So yeah, looking forward to that. The current price pool for that before the changes are made is $9.90 overall. We'll go into that in a minute. My all-star team, I'm just going to go through the teams that I think have got a chance of winning rewards. I'm not going to go down the shitters. Rulli for Ajax, they're playing Excelsior away. I can only see a good game from Rulli in that game. The Beast, who I won a few weeks ago, Joseph Okumbu. For Ghent, they're playing Cercle Brugge. Again, all-round score is great, so I've put him as captain. Bryce Mendes against Real Madrid. I've put him in. His all-round scores are good. He could struggle against Real Madrid, but he is a penalty taker and he's doctor decisive, as we all know. Max-Alain Gradel has been great. He plays for Sivasspor. They're playing at home against Adana Demirspor Kulübü. He has been hitting 65s consistently with goals and assists, and he takes penalties as well. And then Geraldo Becker are playing Hertha Berlin. He plays for Union Berlin as a striker. Another tier 2 reward that I've won recently. I was very happy with it. I can only see Union Berlin pumping Hertha Berlin because Hertha Berlin have been conceding a lot of goals. They haven't come back the best. And I'm predicting that some goals with him. I'm looking forward to this team. Prize pool is 3,650 people get rewards, but as you can see, the tier 3 pool is large. Next, we'll go to the specialist. Guvench. He's been okay since the World Cup. He's not been the best, to be honest. They're struggling for clean sheets at the moment. Ghazi and Tepar, but I've put him in, which means his L15 is lower for the specialist, which helps. Calabria, back from injury. They're AC Milan against Sassuolo. I'm hoping he does well. He chipped in with an assist the other day. Adrian Thomason, who's actually made a move to Lens from Strasbourg, and he's a very good all-round midfielder. Good at taking free kicks and spot kicks and stuff like that, and I'm hoping he gets back into some form with his new team Lens. They're playing Troyes as well, but they're away. Elas Bebu for Hoffenheim. They're playing Mönchengladbach. He's back from injury, scored in his last game, or was it the game before? It might have been the game before, and Skov assisted him, who has been playing as a wing back. But they're playing Mönchengladbach, who are in good form. Hoffenheim are about mid-table, so it's a tough fixture for them, but they are at home. Who knows? It's a strong specialist team, that is. I'm happy with it. Because of the injuries that these players have had, it's meant that some really good players are low. So you get them because you need 2 players under 40 score in their L15 to enter into that. Underdog. I'll just show you Underdog and then we'll go into the updates. Doesn't matter about the common goalkeeper. Yuki Kobayashi, who has moved to Celtic. He started starting games. They're playing Dundee. I've captained him because Celtic are very dominant in that league. I'm very happy about Yuki Kobayashi moving to that league and starting games. Nemanja Gudlic, since the World Cup with Serbia, he has been putting in good all-round scores of around 60 per game on average. They're playing Elche at home. Sevilla won their last game as I predicted, and they have been, I think they're going to have an upturn in form. Interesting for you guys, this is the player that I'm going to be giving away because I've got 2 Gudlic. I'm going to give 1 away. He is currently about £6.50 floor price. So it's quite, it's expensive considering don't make any money from this. I just do it just for entertainment. So make sure you're liking and subscribing, guys, to be entered into the giveaways. And it helps me. I'd love to get the channel monetized so I can give away more. But yeah, Gudlic is going to be given away. Stick around to the end and I'll let you know how you can win Gudlic. Michael Zappa is another tier 3, I believe I won. He got an assist in his last game, so I'm hoping he can sort me out in the Underdog. And Zampedri also got a decisive last game playing for Universidad Católica. So a strong Underdog side. I'm very, very excited about that. 1,700 is the total prize pool for that. Could stick a tier 3 in before the prize pools change. Yeah, that's everything for the lineup builder, guys. So I'm going to try and do more of these because people keep asking for them. I didn't think people would be interested because I haven't got the most spectacular gallery, but then a lot of the people who watch my channel are very new to SoRare, so they haven't got that many cards, so maybe to you it is spectacular, I don't know. Anyway, guys, so let's move on to the update. So what's new? The capped competitions are here. They've announced in the last gameplay update there will be a series of new competitions beginning in game week 342. Cap 220, Cap 240, Cap 270. Now, this game week that they're talking about is a midweek, so we have to bear that in mind why there might not be as many competitions on, and the prize pools as well will reflect the amount of players that are available to enter the competitions and whatnot and so forth. In the new capped competitions, managers build their 5-player lineup with a points cap similar to what you've been doing in the betas and the new amateur common leagues. The points cap is based on a player's last 15 average score. This encourages people to use more strategies when they build teams, which I think is a good move by SoRare, because I think at one point it was getting a bit too easy maybe to win tier 3s. But I like that. I am Mr. Tier 3, as you well know. I went for a long period of winning tier 3s week in, week out. But we move. So what they've done is a number of tier 3 rewards in All-Star, Under 23 and the regional limited and rare competitions have been reallocated to the new cap competitions. So basically they've took a chunk of the tier 3s, and what they've done is shoved them into the new cap competitions and reallocated them. So there's more competitions and more prizes overall, but it's less likely you're going to win a tier 3 in the old competitions. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's going to be more exciting, but I think it's going to be harder to win rewards. If you haven't got an expensive gallery and you were just getting by and just, you know, hitting tier 3s and trying to build up, you might find it harder to hit your tier 3s now and build your gallery up that way. But then if you do have a belting game week, you'll see it will benefit you. But they've also done the same with the tier 2 rewards as well. So in the old leagues like All-Star, Under 23 and some of the regional leagues, it's going to be harder to hit the tier 3 and tier 2s because there's going to be less available. But overall, in all of the competitions, there's going to be more cards to be able to win. So in a way, it does benefit people with bigger galleries, which is why I think they've introduced the amateur competitions for the new people as well. So yeah, it's got good moves overall. They're trying to keep everyone happy, which is nice. What they've done is increase the star cards and extra rewards in All-Star, Under 23 and regional competitions. So if you go here and we go to All-Star, you see there's 875 available in this midweek now, tier 3s, and 350th to 875 will win tier 3, 141 to 350 will win tier 2. So that's less available than usual in these brackets. But if you look, there's extra stars. 4 to 35th are getting stars now, and 36 to 140 are getting tier 1s. So there's more. The better you do in the league, they're rewarding you better, which is something that I think is good, because although I am Mr. Tier 3, I've had some belting game weeks where I've finished like 40th and I've got a tier 2. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm finishing 40th in the entire world out of 7,000, 6,000 people, surely I should be getting at least a tier 1. So now it's going to give people like me more of a chance to win a star, and I would love to win a star. So we move. Anyway, we move. So back to the calendar. The adjustments are part of our vision to introduce clear and balanced paths for progression for our competition and reward structure. And as they always say, this will be reviewed based on community feedback, and they will adjust it dynamically according to what we say. You can't really fault them on that. They do listen to what we say. So the other thing you need to watch out for is the new game week deadlines. They're changing the deadline to better fit the football calendar and our international audience. So the new game week deadline will be 4 p.m. CET, 10 a.m. ET on Fridays and Tuesdays, with rewards delivered at 2 p.m. CET, and the first game week with 4 p.m. start CET deadline is free for free on February 3rd. So getting rewards at 2 p.m. will be nice. It means that before I go off to training, because I train martial arts and teach martial arts, I'll be able to open my rewards and actually record it, and maybe even have time to post it for you guys, so you're not waiting until Thursday or Friday to see my Tuesday rewards and whatnot. So that could work out nicely for me. Keep that in mind though, guys. Remember the deadline, because I might post on Twitter to remind people, because I don't want people missing the lineups and whatnot. Well, like they said, they'll monitor it. So these are the allocations for 3-4-2. As you can see, these new leagues, they're getting like top 200 for the amateur. Then you've got the French semi-pro, French League Pro. So there's look at all these competitions you can enter. So I really need to maybe build my gallery up even more so I can start entering the French semi-pro as well as the League Pro. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. You've got all the caps. You've got the rare caps, super rare. I don't really dabble in super rare or unique. I need to get more rares really. And they've also got kickoff leagues and whatnot, all-star rare. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be exciting. I like getting my tier 3s, and I think that's going to be a less frequent occurrence now. But hopefully I can hit something big for you guys. Yeah, but that's really all I wanted to say. As you can see, these are the new allocations. Limited cap 220, 1300 altogether, which isn't bad. Limited cap 240, 1500. So they're still giving out a lot of rewards. All-star rare 2500. This is I think the third to the 7th is a weekend. It's the weekend after next midweek, I think. Yeah, there's going to be more rewards overall. I think it just might be a bit harder for some people to hit them, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, guys. So, as I said before, we just find him. Here we go. Bear with me. Oh no, I can't find him on that. Where can I find him? Goodledge. He's in one of my lineups, isn't he? Here he is. Let's open this lineup up. So there he is, Nemanja Goodledge. Let's open him up. This is a player I'm giving away. As you can see, since he's come back, 50, 66, 40 and a 62. His all-round game has been good. He's pushed his price up. I think I picked 2 of them up for about £2.50 each. If we go to his floor price now, there's one for £4 there, but other than that, £6 is really what you're looking for his floor price. So, he's quite expensive. He's quite expensive. So, I've got 2 of these. There we go. I'm going to give away the 404. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to give away the 399, actually, because I want the free XP bonus for Goodledge. But I'll give away the 399 Goodledge. So, what do you need to do to win this card? I want you to comment on this video. If we just go back to play live. I want you to comment on this video. Let's have a think. So, we're going to go with the Bayern match versus Frankfurt. I want you to comment for this match, a goal scorer and a predicted score. So that's for Bayern versus Frankfurt. For the PSG match against Reims, I want you to do the same. Predict a goal scorer and a score. And then for La Liga, again, for which one should we'll go with the Barcelona match. No, we won't. We'll go with the Real Madrid match, actually, because it's a more competitive match. I want you to pick a goal scorer and a predicted score. And Serie A, we'll go with that, the Napoli-Roma match. I want you to give me a goal scorer and a predicted score. So the 4 big games, Bayern Frankfurt, PSG Reims, Real Madrid Real Sociedad, and Napoli-Roma. I want a goal scorer and a predicted score. And then the person who gets closest with his predictions and scores, in my opinion, when I check them all out, will win the Goodledge, and I'll give that away in the next video that I do after this one. Alright guys, so that's everything. Thank you for joining me. That was quite a long video talking about my lineups and the new updates. We'll see. I'm going to see how they play out when the new leagues come in to let you know if I do think it's a good move. I'm leaning towards it being a good move, but we'll see. Thanks for joining me, guys.